Kitchen on Fox. Also with us is an entire audience of super rad dads. Like mamas, fathers face trials and tribulations all the time. Sometimes y'all handle it with deliberate delicacy. Other times, well, not so much, just like mamas. I know some of the guys in the audience want to pick Joel's brain, so let's get started. Where is
guys
Seth?
with poor judgment.
Right here, hey.
What's up, super
Seth?
hipster dad with his hoodie?
I like it.
Hoodie hybrid jean jacket?
Exactly, it's all attached, one piece. How's it going, guys? I'm Seth, my wife Ashley and I have a son, Emmett, who's turning 1 in just a couple of weeks.
Oh, wow, young.
Yeah, he's a very, very high energy kid. He's kind of an adrenaline junkie.
Wow.
He has a little toy car that we push him around on, and his favorite part is when we crash him into things. He can't get enough of that. So
The foreshadowing is so scary for you right now,
Wow.
my man.
Yeah.
That's great. He's going to do great in Los Angeles.
Yeah, exactly. Little Dom Toretto in the making. So I usually am pretty lenient in how much space I give him to explore that danger zone, but my wife is a bit more protective, and we butt heads about it a lot. So
Is it her first kid? Like your
It's our first
kiss?
kid,
Okay,
yeah.
that's probably why she is.
Yeah.
It creates conflict with your wife? 'Cause
Yeah,
you're like,
it does. We butt
yeah.
heads on trying to figure out exactly where to draw that line.
That's a hard line.
I think it's case by case. You're like, your son put his head through the wall, and let's not do that tomorrow. Right?
Yeah, that's fair.
But I'm just saying there is a line. It's kind of, I don't know. It depends on the situation, I will say, as well as you. Like, it depends on the situation. But that's different. It is, when it's the first kid, a lot of mamas are like so protective because now if you have another one, trust me, it'll lessen you.
Right. And if you have a third, you won't even remember the first name. That's, you're doing the right thing. Let him do his thing and be slightly concerned the whole time.
All right.
I think it's smart of you too to like let him kind of be free and whatever, because I love that my kids, they learned fear naturally. Like you know what I'm saying? Like they were fine like around 1, but around like 2 or 3, they were like, wait, I could like really get hurt. Like they learned it naturally instead of me like imposing that upon them, because you don't want to teach that, right?
Yeah.
So,
I want him to be able to get hurt and get himself back up.
Yeah, I'd get him
that's
some
normal.
fireworks for his second birthday.
Get him some knee
And a
pads
lighter.
and a helmet. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
You're a great dad. Rad dad. Thank you, Rad Dad.
All right, so up next, Mark in our house seats has a question. So what's going on with you, Mark?
Yeah, I've got 4 daughters.
Oh my.
12, 9, 6.
God bless.
Mark, we're just clapping for you.
Wow.
We were sitting there the other day, my wife and I, and we were having a conversation around what's about to happen to us. And what we realized was our oldest is about to be a teenager. And for the next 15 years, we're going to have at least 1 teenage daughter in our house. So my question for you, Joel, is you have boys. What kind of advice do you have for me I've already lost my hair, so we're past that point, but to help understand where boys are coming from in 2022, what can I tell my girls to scare them off from dating for a while?
Well, if I were you, I would leave. Right? Just get out.
God.
I'd move to somewhere tropical. Boy, well, I have. Okay, so.
4 girls.
4 girls. Clearly, you are a good dad. It sounds like you're raising good people, right?
Try my best.
Can I say something real quick, though? Because I think it's so interesting how men will always be, they're worried about the boys will be, and I'm like, I think that you and your wife are going to do a good enough job. Like, it's on y'all to teach them to know the difference between a tool and a nice guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that you should be fine by the time they're old enough to, like, start dating, whenever that is. My daughter, I told her 30. Right. But by the time they start dating, Phil, have some pride in the fact that you've probably done a really great job parenting and you've given her the tools to know, and be honest. Like, let's be real. Boys at that age, look, they'll tell you anything. I'm like, that's what I tell my people. I'm like,
Yeah, and
they'll tell you
look, I think
anything.
Kelly's rule applies. If you haven't been a tool, they're not going to date tools.
I have friends that have such great fathers, and we always call them like, they have like such a high bar for like, and I'm always like, God, I don't know if anybody's gonna live up to that. And they're like, okay, well then I'll wait until they will. And it's nice. They have that confidence because they had such great relationships with their dads, and they were shown what a man should be like in a relationship. And I think that if you do a good job at that, you should be fine and trust them enough to make a good decision. Yeah. Where is Jeff?
Hey, Jeff.
So I have 2 boys. One is 3 and one is 18 months. I love being a dad. Like, it's the best. They're so much fun. They're the best toys I've ever had.
Here comes the butt.
But I have a situation, right? So bodily functions are totally in play now. And poopy and pee-pee is everything for the 3-year-old. We'll go to restaurants. He'll order, hey, Daddy, I want chicken nuggets. I want fries, milk, and hey, poopy too. And so now the little one, who's just starting to talk, first words are poopy, pee-pee.
Oh.
He's like cheerleading.
It's the influence.
It's the influence.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of funny. My wife doesn't think it's as funny.
I am your wife.
Yeah, so
I am you.
Joel, you have older kids.
Yeah, we're still
That are
talking
boys.
about. No, we talk about farts all the time.
That was my
There's
question.
nothing wrong with talking about farts, but if it's all you talk about, the influence of the older one with the younger one that's hard.
I feel like that the first basic in a human being, if you know they have a sense of humor, that's the first thing that they'll talk about because it's inherently funny for the entire race of humanity.
Yes.
And so I think it's still innocent, and it's clearly a weird thing that's happening to them all the time. It's
Yes.
hilarious the way that God put us together, right? So I think it's a good sign.
I feel like you're a little uncomfortable talking about flatulence.
Well, I just let one go. And
Save the penguins.
that's right. He's drawing the line. I
I think you're kind of, okay, with that, they're both so young that it's still kind of cute.
So leave poop in play is what we're going to do.
Poop is
yeah.
funny.
It's
And
okay.
if they can order it from McDonald's or wherever you were,
That's
let's see what
fantastic.
happens.
My thing is, my struggle was my little boy liked to play with it.
Well,
I would walk in and
Oh, that's where you guys are drawing the line?
His crib would be covered, and he'd be like, "Mommy, painted," and I'm like, "No." Yeah, do your kids do that?
no, I'm going to, maybe stop there.
Yeah, then maybe you stop complaining, Jeff.
Yeah,
No, no,
why don't you calm down?
See, that's what your kids get at. Calm down. Thank you, Jeff.
That's going all in. That's
Okay,
good.
so we have one more question. This is from a proud papa in my band, y'all. Kyle on the bass. What's up, Kyle?
What's happening? What's happening?
What's going on?
Hey, Joel, how you doing? So your kids are a little older than mine. Mine are 5 and 3. And I've noticed that when I'm cooking them dinner, like the more TLC I put into it, like, if I'm making a quesadilla, I pre-melt the cheese and then I grill it up with butter and I get it all crispy. If I'm cutting fruit, like no brown spots in the fruit, you know what I mean? Because I know they
Yeah.
won't touch that.
You want them to eat it.
I want them to actually eat it. So I get it all pristine, I present it, they won't even think about eating it, right?
It's so upsetting.
Right. And then meanwhile, if I just like the day I give up and I just throw them like a bowl of Tostitos or something.
Yeah.
And they just devour that. So I just want to know, like, how do I care less and get them to eat? Or do you have any meals that you recommend when they were young like
That's hard because you do want your kids to like eat well, but they don't eat. My boy
Yeah.
only eats beige. Anything
colors.
beige. I'm like, he does not like anything other than like fries. Like he eats all beige.
Right.
I mean, is that the kid that was wiping everything
Yeah.
everywhere? Okay.
There's
well,
a lot
you know.
there. There's a lot going on there.
First of
Touche.
all, congrats on your Tostitos campaign coming up. And that. And let's say, like, you're doing the cooking, which is really good, because I still meet dudes today. They're like, oh, I don't do that. And I'm like, what? You shouldn't even live there. And so that's great.
Thank you.
And this is, I think, secretly is what's going to keep your kids loving you forever and coming home to visit you, because when they get to wherever they are, if they go to college away, they'll realize how good the food was.
Right.
And then they'll be like, Daddy, come make me things. And they'll be 35 talking that way. And they'll
So
always
they
stick
will
around.
appreciate it in 13 years.
In 13 or 20 years. Good.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Slow-
It's all about the long game.
slow-
Long game. I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
But
It
Jeff-
is hard food with kids.
Yes.
Did you have a hard time with your boys?
Oh, I make dinner for my kids each night, and one of them I go, please sit down if you would, and he will lie down on the floor, not touch anything, and then have peanut butter toast an hour later. And that will be the.
My kid's is oatmeal. He'll eat, yeah.
Yeah.
But I have to put the foot down. I don't know if y'all do. I'm like, this is dinner. Like, I'm not a short order cook. Like, this is dinner. This is what's happening. Or oatmeal. Like, that's your
Right.
option. I'm going to pop
Right.
in that oatmeal, maple, whatever that you get. Whatever.
My 13-year-old will be like, yeah, but Dad, you're so good at it.
Oh.
And then just walk away.
My kids will never tell me I'm good at cooking. Thank you, Kyle.
Kyle, thank you.
Guys, keep it up, Joel. Thank
The
you.
fact that he's concerned about it.
In 13 years, you're going to be great, man.
Good.
It's a long game.
It's a long game.
All right, everybody, thank you so much for all the great questions. When we come back, we'll meet a father and son team of doctors. Stay right here.